Let's go out there in the workshop and I'll show you what I've been doing today. You know, it's been a while since we went on a walk. Let's go around this way right here. It ain't fur, you know, just kind of imagine. It's dark. I think it's about 8 o'clock. And I was thinking about projects. And right there's a project. We'll get to that sometime. Yeah, I've had that a long time. No panhead frame. And that Cracker Barrel toothpick, it goes right there. Keep one at hand at all times. It's just good advice. And I was, well, right there's a project right there. it's that Galloway. This right here is that battery box for that Galloway engine, and I'm going to make one of them. That's a project coming up. It's still got the nice switch on there, but I'm going to make one of them. It's just a project on the list. Everything that we've talked about up to now is still on the list. So once we make this transition, man, and that's what I was doing here today. And I just was kind of thinking something that you may be interested in. I call it one of them little philosophies. Oh, hey, Fireside Chat. Call it one of those philosophies of life. We have verified Fireside Chat. I mean, you have to do things like that to make it legal. I don't think it's nothing to do with copyright, but some random tags. Not to stray from the thought. Oh, let's set this aside. You have to be careful where you put this at. I'll show you why. See, that's a bad place right there, because right there's that lamp. It would be very hot. Now right there, that's a good idea, see. But what I was doing that prompted the thought was, you know, if you had lived in my head today, you know what I mean? If you had traveled with me, you would have had a very enjoyable day. Just saying, man. The only comment I have to make about it is, seriously, you know, somebody's going to know what that means, seriously. Okay, on with the show. The project at hand was, I've got a cubby hole right down there. Right over there, there's a cubby hole right in yonder. And I've not had it open for, 5 or 6 years. And what it was I was drawing some stuff out of there, and I thought you might want to see that. This came on that Super Glide I have, 1983. It's a Harley Davidson 80 cubic inches. A fine machine it is. And I mean, it's done been to Sturgis, it's done been to Key West, Daytona, all points in between. Nice ride to New Orleans. It's still a good machine, but that's not the story. Maybe it is. And as I was drawing out this stuff right here, some chrome pieces that I put on the back, and then later on decided that I better keep it original, which I have. That bike's probably 98% original. I'm talking nut, bolts, and screws. A few chrome pieces. And then them exhaust system, you know, you have to make a Harley Davidson halfway sound like a John Deere, you know. But anyway, I was drawing some stuff out, and I noticed that it's a CB radio. You know, I've not seen this radio for, man, 7 or 8 years. I know I have not been in that cubby hole. And I'm not sure what other treasures. Let's see. Oh, that's a pretty good little item. I'll tell you what, that right there, I'm going to hold it up here. Can y'all see that? That right there, you know, that's old school. It's got an Easy Rider logo on there. And what it is, when I go somewhere on a long trip, you know, I just throw this somewhere on the swing arm most of the time, or either up behind the headlight. And it's got all kinds of tools in there. And even to get that screwdriver in there, you see I went and cut that screwdriver off and polished it up real nice. But, you know, it's got your vice grips, your basic sockets, adjustable wrench. I mean, they're Taiwan tools. Because, you know, you're gonna lose some over the years, you know. And I've done that. But somehow I've accumulated up a lot of tools. My, and I've still got to move this. You know, I ought to man. You know, stuff you keep. You know, how do you get rid of this? You know what I mean? How do I justify not keeping this? I've had these two things right here in that cubby hole right there, and it's my building. I'm the only person that has anything to do with the building. So I have chosen to keep these, and I still hate to get rid of them. And what they are is, this one right here is, I think this is for the Sportster. It's never been used. Right here. It goes on the frame, comes back out, and you put your muffler on, goes on there like that. And this one right here, that's 4.83. It's an FXE. But you know, it's just stuff. That's that, I should put that on there. But you know, just to put this thing right here on there, that's that arm goes back there, it anchors your rear brake. And it's a nice one. It's all chromed, and the one on it's black. But you know, I'm gonna keep that, but I don't think I'll put it on there. But I don't know. See, I have no idea, but I bet that's some good stuff right there. Now that it is. That was the points cover on that Harley Davidson. Motor Company. It's points cover. For some reason, at some point in time, I decided that wasn't good enough, and I had to go down there and buy something with a skull and crossbones on it and take that off and put that other on there. Why? You know, now looking back on it, why did I make that decision? As to right there to get that, that's another project that I should do that. It's a chrome headlight and the one on it's black. You know, I laid that in a long time ago, but I'm not going to go through this right here, but that's them acre nut covers. You know, you got to have them. A mirror. And then this is stuff, there's a starter celluloid. I did have a problem with a starter celluloid one time. You know what I mean? Just strike out on your own going to, let's say, right there, that's a good item right there. I want to put that up on eBay. Man, that was a struggle to get that out there, but, it was worth it. And I got them. They're wrapped up in an old pair of skivvies there. I wonder. I don't think them's mine. But anyways, it's fitting. It's one of them Maltese cross tail lights. Oh, it's perfect condition. I should have 2 of them. That's a nice item. Oh, I'm going to take that in the house. It has a license plate light on it. You know, I forgot that I had that. I'm going to put that in the china closet. I don't have a china closet yet, but I will. I think man, we ought to talk about that move. I'm supposed to be moved, and here I am just now going through this right here, and it's just another box of the same stuff. But the thing of it is, there's a lot of it. You know, what do I do with it? Man, what do you do? So, you know, it's stuff, I'm not going to use it, you know, and it's not that. I'd like to keep every bit of it, but it's logistics. Let's see what we got. Oh, there's too much back in there. Yeah, now that's it's motorcycle stuff. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's just nuts and bolts, you know what I mean. And there's a couple old hard drives. And a headlight bulb. You know, you always need an extra headlight bulb. I think this right here. Now that's what I did to that motorcycle one time. Is no, I didn't. I bought another motorcycle in the meantime, and it had a bunch of parts with it. And this is a leftover carburetor. I think maybe I bought one and replaced it. But anyways, it's a factory carb. And this right here, you're going to be familiar with it if you know anything at all about 1983, around in that time period right there. If you know anything at all about that time period, you're going to recognize this little gem right here. And that's the... this is the side cover that came on that transmission. While you're at train out there. That's a good thing. Not to stray. This side cover do not have a hold here for the kicker to come out, that shaft to come out to put your kick pedal on it. It was all electric that year, and I've never once in that whole time did I ever have any trouble. Do I have had any trouble but with electrics on that? Except one time, I'd been to New Orleans or somewhere. I'm sure I had. Coming back, it was a long journey. No, maybe I went down to, I think it was Punta Gorda, Florida. A little old bar down there, named after a car, I think. But anyway, the girl and the dude that owned that thing right there, I knowed them, and so anyways, I went by and stayed a couple of days, you know, and it was on the way back, and just biking by myself, you know what I mean, just get on the machine and go. Wherever night come was worth that. You know, just throw down a blanket. You know, you don't have to break out no tent every night. You know what I mean? And come morning, back home. And I was in Mississippi, and I had stayed all night behind the truck stop that night. Man, grass was 3 foot tall. You know what I mean? It was good sleeping, but, you know, I could have been eaten by a boa constrictor right there. You know what I mean? Someone was looking out after me. Anyways, this side cover right here don't have that. hole here, so I bought the kit to put the kicker on there. And put it on there, and for some reason or another, it's really hard to kick those bikes. If you remember, they have to make so many revolutions with that electronics. And that has factory ignition on that bike now. Not a minute's of trouble, none. And oh, hey, this was worth the wait. This was worth the wait. I just don't have no room here. That's the problem. But oh, what is this right here? This is something that's a starter set load. That's what I was going to tell you about. Is coming back on that trip down somewhere in Mississippi. It was hot, man. It was hot that day. Anyways, I don't know if it was a low battery or what it was, but when I stopped at a little old country grocery store there for something, and when I came back out to start back up, it was just too hot, and starter set low had stuck. Well, I had a wrench at hand, so I tapped on the side of it, and it set itself free. All good. Come on home, and I replaced it. That's it right there on precaution. But right here's when I seen these right here, I think, why did I keep these? They're fishtails, and it's one of those things. If it ever came to pass, this is something that I would use on a motorcycle that I built. Definitely. I mean, I have owned these two, and they're sawed off. I had these on that motorcycle, and I don't remember what the problem was. I think it was too heavy, and I sawed them off and put some little shorties on there, little mufflers, and it satisfies the law a little better because these didn't even have a baffle in them, and they were loud. But it's just the factory foot pegs. No, that's not a factory one. I think yes, no, I bought these right here, and then later on, I put a chrome set on there that's on it now. But I think these are factory original. That's a good machine, but what else is in there? Oh, yeah. Okay. This is all of it. And it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. If you're watching this video up to this part right here, this right here is definitely worth the wait. That's just a chrome brake rod right there is all that is. But right here, the last motorcycle I built was and I had to build that special trailer out there to haul it on. It was so long, but I made these things right here. These are it's 5/16 steel plate, and I had one of these on the sissy bar, and actually I was going to use one. I had one bent, in a banana shape right here, and welded to the frame. And that was the rear fender. I mean, that's enough. It's all you need. Look good, too. One right there on the tar. And then the one, it was a high back sissy bar. And one on top. I mean, it's heavy duty, but the support was heavy duty to go along with it. But, and I just cut those out with a torch and a grinder. And looking at it, it's been a long time since I've seen them, but I've done a good job. Yeah. That's what goes on in my head. Shop Dog Sam.